Okay, Bodgers, so here I am at Fort Paull, near Hull, and we're going to have a look around the Beverley, the Blackburn Beverley, Big Bev as we like to call her. There won't be a lot of commentary in the video. I've met up with the chaps from Solway Aviation Museum over near Carlisle Airport. Check them out, I'll put links in the description. And we're looking to move Big Bev. Big Bev used to be at Beverley Army Transport Museum and then got moved here to Fort Paull in about 2003. And so we're going to have a look. We'll have a look around her, see what state she's in. She's got to come apart. Obviously it's in the name, Big Bev. And we'll see how we get on. Recorded some of the conversations and things as we go, as to how she's going to come apart, and we'll just have a general look around for now. In the future, myself and AD from Blown 8 Cylinder, link in the description, are going to come over here and assist the boys and girls from Solway Aviation Museum to take her apart and ultimately move her and give her a home where she can be loved, restored. She's one of a kind. As we go through the video I might leave some little facts and things in there for you. So yeah, we'll go and have a look. We'll see what she's all about.
So once you get your technique right, drill right through and it pops it out. Right. But it does, you can do it without knocking the metal stems out, but if you just get somebody to knock them back, because you only need to get in that much, and then they drop in like. So, and yeah, two of us, probably from there, as I say, we did 3 days a week, 7 hours a day, did Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. The two of us will get sort of from there to maybe here in a day. So you see, you've like 4 goes to get right around it, unless there's a big gang of you. Go around the front.
We're bringing a cherry picker, so we'll have a cherry picker.
You're going to do we have some old-fashioned illegal scaffolding type of stuff. One time,
We're just got to think about the grass there. We don't want to chow it all up.
It is fairly kind. It's pretty good in your right time of year, like so. We run on this with forklifts all the time. Like cherry picker will be fine. Now you know.
It's on the back of a van, eh?
Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Easy
I'm
then,
sorry, I was thinking of one of them drive itself type.
No, you do drive it. But
Yes. But no, it'll run on here. Yeah, it'll run on here, all right. So yeah, so that's the first job. Like I said, there's a bracing. We'll maybe get inside through there, can we?
we're going to have to get the flaps off the batteries to get it now.
Yeah, they need to come off.
Yeah.
We messed up as well because on the day of the move, because we took this off from here, we didn't take it off from there.
Right.
But you'll find I think you'll have to, because we forgot about it. I put it on a farm trailer, and it's too wide and it's too high.
Yeah.
So but I went like that and kept coming with it. But I would split, so they'll need to come off, and I would split it there as well.
Yeah.
So I think we maybe took the bottom one of them off. Maybe we didn't.
Yeah.
So, but that's where we knocked it out to start.
Hello, Louis.
Once you get this off the cockpit, off this
this one.
You put this on the
Buster will have your hand off.
on a low loader.
Yeah.
And we used sandbags, and it did ride okay. Because obviously it's not flat bottomed, is it?
No.
But to keep the height down.
An airbag.
That would be ideal if you can get one.
And keep it blown up all that way.
Yeah, well that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, whatever you could get hold of from that point of view, but sandbags would do it.
Yeah.
That's all we did. We sat. I think we sat there, let that nearly onto the, as I say, a step frame trailer down here.
Yeah.
And I think we had one sandbag there and maybe 2 or 3 at the outside. Something.
Yeah.
You could probably do it with wood. You know, if
Yeah, I mean, all your
the
strength's going to be here. All your strength's going to be here where undercarriage meets, isn't it? So there's going to be a hell of a lot of strength there, so you could chop that.
Yeah.
Once you take the top half off, she's got your gear finish, you know.
Well,
Yeah,
we're going to make a brace.
You need to make,
Brace across.
when you're taking it to bits, you need to make something underneath here.
And up top. You'll have to...
It's up to brace the top
and
together.
we put a cross, braced it here,
Yeah.
and again at the front.
Yeah.
To stop it when we lifted it, because we slung it from
Oh, the
underneath.
length's no problem.
Slung it from underneath, and that's why we braced to stop it.
So it's going in.
Because you're supposed to have
That comes off.
the front, where that hole is, lifting thing through there. There wasn't one.
Scaffolding barrier goes through there.
Something like that. I rang Struthers and Carter to see if we could borrow around something or other to lift it, and they said no, and I said, well, how much to buy one? It was something like 400 quid.
Right.
So in the end we just slung it right the way around, and like I say, with a, well, I think we used 3B, one and a, you know, planks in a cross, and it was fine, like.
Yeah.
So, but definitely something to support it when you lift this off. Because it did try and go over on us, and that's what, because we was using straw bales, it started to sink into the straw bales in this car. Must have been just the level of the concrete there, and that did just frighten us for a minute or two, but a few more sandbags in.
Do the 2 wings come apart? Or
No.
Yeah.
Because they're, I forget what dimensions are now that way. It's 100 foot anyway from
It's 100 foot in it, just...
So, but yeah, so these have got to come off.
Yeah. And it's all one, isn't it? It's all one wing.
No, it splits in the middle.
Split in the middle. Oh, that's handy.
Yeah.
You can see it split there.
Alright,
Just
we can
asking
go
a
up and...
question. You don't want to do strips then, you said?
Oh no, we're not,
No.
no, we're nowhere near strips yet.
No. It's going to put the trailer on then.
We can, we're alright to go in, aren't we, Lee?
Sorry?
We're alright to go on, aren't we? Yeah?
Yeah.
Be careful. Don't trip anybody up.
Who do we sew?
Better glasses there, isn't it? Like at the cinema.
We've had all this floor up, and she was very good. We didn't need to take it up, but unfortunately, this is from it being open. When we took it to bits, we had all this lot sheeted in, so weather couldn't get in, but like I say, it started ages ago, didn't it? Wasn't any good.
So it splits in the middle here. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what we have to do, your bracing's in the middle there with all the rivets. We can go up if you want, as long as you care. If one of you wants to come up, we'll go to the back of the cockpit. I mean, this is the wing basically.
Yeah.
That's your rear fuse where it comes off. No, sorry. Where are we?
That's under your tail in it here. So that's one section there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where's this?
And then just she'll split
That's
here.
your wing, isn't it? Yeah, splits here. Look.
Right.
We can see it from upstairs better when we get there. That's right, yeah, because we're bolted on here. Look out.
Yeah.
That's your rear. So that's where your rear fuse finishes.
Yeah.
And then we lifted all this off as a lump.
Right.
And sat it down on a. We made a for the middle bit a big frame with split sleepers.
Right.
And then you've got some forks, bolts in the middle here, going that way, which we can have a look in a minute.
Yeah.
And then split it, and then there's one on each trailer. Is how that worked. But yeah, are you alright to go?
Yeah.
Room for us all to pile up, and I'll show you where the bolts on. And then I'm going to do these, so I should be able to find it. Yeah, these brackets here for getting the cockpit off.
All right.
Every
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
So we can see that easier when you get these off. So, You say you can't ring, can you? Remind me to get it when I come back. Yeah, if you want to come up and have a quick look, I'll show you where
The front wheel comes off as well, does it? It comes out, or do you leave that on?
this.
The front wheel.
Oh no, it comes out. We struggle with that big time. It'll be easier now. We had to do a notching because there's to sort of sit in and then rotate to lock.
Right.
We couldn't get the bloody thing out because that was sort of last thing off on the morning of the move.
Right.
Lift it up, take that out. So we've actually gone like that with a grinder and cut the locking bracket. So you'll have no problem getting it out.
Oh, right.
And the other slight mistake we made when we put it back together, we put it back to front, didn't we? And I'm assuming if we hadn't split that top collar, it probably wouldn't have gone in the wrong way around.
No,
but you're supposed to be able to write, I forget what it is, it'll say in this, have you got this book off Martin, by
Yeah,
the way?
we've got loads of manuals today off him. So.
Right, brilliant. It'll tell you in there which way you're supposed to rotate it, and then it's supposed to just drop out.
Right.
Well, of course, on the morning of the move, we've been putting it round and now it happened, did it?
No.
So we doctored that, but it's nothing major, so yeah, if you want to come.
Probably have to build a staircase and go to people up here. Probably that's
It's
it.
too here. You should be able to get through for it tails it thing, shouldn't you? Yeah.
This looks very cosy.
Oh yeah. When you got 30 odd people in here sat. And this is where they used to sling them out at the back. I mean, by the way, sorry, we've got that far, haven't we? They call me Bodger. Everyone calls me Bodger. Yeah, we're at RAF Snaith Museum and we volunteered to come over, give you an extra pair of hands. There's two of us that are former engineers, so...
I think the rest of us have just seen this for the first time apart from photographs. So.
Right, yeah.
Bloody hell, what was ourselves in
She's a
for?
big girl. I was a little lad when I used to go look at her at Beverley Army Museum.
Right.
And I've been here a couple of times as well. Come and have a look. But she's certainly gone downhill very rapidly.
You need looked after all the time. And being by the estuary one.
Yeah, doesn't help.
No.
I know, because when they was on about moving it to Selby, I suggested, why don't you float it out? You're concentrating on going up road.
Yeah.
You've got the River Humber there, and it led to Selby. You could float it to bloody Selby up the river and do your last little bit by road. But
How long has it been here?
20 years, I think. Where are we? 2003 she arrived,
Right.
when museum shut. But yeah, and it, where are we? I think it was 83 when it went to our museum, something like that.
I mean, I'm looking for obviously signs of corrosion, but there doesn't seem to be that much.
She ain't too bad. It's mainly skin work. I think it's going to be reskinning, especially on the wing sections that they've gone and stacked on top of each other. They're a bit of a mess.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
Want to have a look at those?
It's just a shame she's been open to elements a bit too long, I think.
Yes, it's unusual corrosion.
Because all this used to be set out with displays inside, like a mini museum sort of thing. You had display cases in here, and there was one of them like little paratrooper motorbikes in one of them, and you know.
Why did you take the doors off?
It was all getting ready to dismantle and take to Solway, you see. And then obviously nobody wanted to play ball.
Right.
So it
Came to a grinding halt.
came to a grinding halt.
So that seems to me that we'd have taken this, yeah, those back ones off to get the fuels off, isn't it? That's on the extractor comes off the ground. There's not a lot of this here, I think. To get that lifted off and out of the way. Actually, I can keep popping back. One will be put out for a minute, but you're going to get started next month, hopefully, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah. But we're going to clean that corner first. We're going to do that first.
What, you're going to take that away? Because there'll be some wide stuff there as
Well,
well.
we're going to disassemble some of that as well.
Yeah, if you can get it down small enough, before you did, I think there was 5. The wings were obviously wide.
Yeah.
But don't talk about trying to put them in a frame or out like that, just make a cradle so they're flat.
What we've got here, we're going to go with the trailer. It's going to be on the trailer. Stop it down. What are you going to bring it down into this?
Well, what we found was we spent hours and hours making frames to tilt them,
Yeah.
and all you do is you go over height.
Yeah.
When you don't look, you don't gain anything. So they put a movement, Bibby's put a movement in for 19 foot wide,
Yeah.
and off we went. Said yes, sir. And then, like we said, the guy. Budget, yeah, that's it.
I'm here.
We sat these wings on bales on the trailer,
Right.
and in hindsight, it was probably a bit idiotic. 3 bales high to keep these off the trailer. And when you sort of think about it afterwards, if you had to jump on the brakes, oh, what really just. So you'll have some brackets or something to make up. If you just, well, I mean, depending on what this trailer is exactly, I mean.
I've got a picture of it.
But I know we were told that it would need to be tilted.
Yeah.
And we had 2 guys knock some timber framed, whatever you want to call them, and the moment we did all just going to be over height.
Right.
So and we were quite amazed. The police didn't seem to have any problem with 19 foot wide.
Well, we brought a Gannet back 2 years ago. It was 21 foot wide.
That was flat short. Yeah. They're not all the length, like.
They just, well, we would have taken it as one on this trailer.
Right, you're not getting down to them, is it?
Eh?
Look, we've done it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to split it. All depends on what they can. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you can easily try it, can't you? If you're going to use it anyway.
It's a bit overkill because that's a Jaguar in there.
Yeah.
That's in there. It was only
Yeah, I know what you're saying though, yeah. Yeah.
You know, you lay
Well, it's alright, that's an option. It's worth a try. Oh, yeah. Something that's good in that package. And then that's quite a big measurement, is the depth of it. Like I said, and we were, and we obviously got some means of getting hold of it from the slide. We were worried about it sliding out of these frames.
It's got like bars that you put it on. So this, it's got like a bit of a step here, so that's great here. So that's where we're getting in. So you'll be able to put bars back that way.
Yeah, that would be it.
Well, it jumps in, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
About 60 foot long that end.
Right.
We'd save you some crazy and a lot of them.
Yeah, people can lift it.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is the heavy bit.
Yeah. Any idea the weights?
She's 38 ton all tall, if you remember. I seem to think. You said this was 10 ton when it was together, maybe 5 ton each, maybe 6 ton split.
That's not bad. Maybe it would be better split. You know, I know it's a lot more work.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously you've got to
Get it over there.
you've got to get it. Oh, it's going to go over the top, yeah, and I'll show you that. How we did it in the end. It'd be handier if we can get this bit. We put it all together over there.
Yeah.
Sorry, when we lifted it over,
Yeah.
we couldn't get it sat down anywhere where we could put it back together. So we had to go over there. So basically, we had to lift it over, drop it on a trailer, move the crane, and then lift it down to where we'll get it level enough to put it back together.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean that would be a big problem with trying to leave it together.
And that road where all the cars are parked, is that the only way in and out?
And that Fort Paull village,
Yeah.
they were absolutely brilliant with us. Somebody went round leaflets knocking on door day before,
Yeah.
and there was one car on, that's all.
Alright.
So, and I don't know, we weren't first there, but whoever was there was gone by the time we got there.
Well, we'll do that. We'll leave it and we'll give them free tickets to come and see it as well.
Yeah, well, that's all with the devil, just give the entrance to the park, like, you know, to get the villages.
Oh, yeah.
Days, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah.
But yeah, so we basically went alongside. That went with us, so I can't remember whether that is actually over with or not. But there was these two definitely, and the fuels were abnormal.
Right.
And as I was saying before, we had no means of taking the propellers off, tops off. So we made spraying for the engines. We get, but anything's rusty. So we've split it there.
Yeah.
And I just can't remember whether we took this off before we got it on the ground or not. This middle bit.
Yeah.
Or whether we split it on the ground, I just can't think. We might have done it up here. But
It might be
definitely
easier.
at that end so that the rear fuels can come off.
Yeah.
And the lifting eyes are here apart from one for whatever reason. Which we lifted on last time. Again, they just want sort of checking a little bit, don't they? And
Yeah. Just make sure they can take it.
But, yeah, I can't even see where it went now, but it was this front eye that let go on that
Yeah.
fuse last time.
Wait, no, strop. Once
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
get
that's
get
the
your
weak
thing off
point,
and strop it, you're lifting, aren't you?
Yeah, that's how we did it in the end, and that's the other option with these big wings. If you don't fancy it, is
Yeah.
strap right round them or something, innit?
Yeah.
So we stopped this one. Definitely that come off last,
Yeah.
and that's where we did a bit of damage at the front. Because being farmers, we just stuck a piece of wood under it, you see.
I know. Don't worry, I'm a farming stock. I know exactly what you're talking about. You know.
If it was used a square bit, would have been alright, but we didn't. We used that long bit on it.
No, what do you want to go doing that for?
Yeah, of course it flipped over, didn't it?
Yeah.
So, I just, you know.
They're small, really.
Is it just that's it? Is it
Just the,
Yeah.
Just them two, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as I say, when we got to that, I was absolutely gobsmacked.
Yeah.
And you sit in the plane these days when you go on an holiday thinking, I wonder how big these bolts are holding this on.
You know, it's not just holding it together, but think of the weight that's in here when it's flying. You know, what they're holding there.
Yeah,
Well, it's glued together these days.
yeah. Probably.
Have you seen that? Oh, that you put it up, didn't you? The drawing with the Buccaneer fuselage
Oh, no,
back. Was it
Canberra.
Canberra.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just take out Canberra to bits and put it in.
Yeah.
There you go. There's another little project. As if you ain't got enough to do.
Is it go for Paul? Put the door back on.
That'll probably take longer than doing the aircraft.
There we go. Yeah, as I say, we took that as an L-shaped lump off like that.
Yeah.
You have to separate it to get it.
Yeah, to get the height down.
It's under that panel, isn't the other
Yeah,
bit?
that one's come off, yeah. So we've never had that out.
You know, if you take things
It's
like
just a
that,
pin here, isn't it? There's like
Oh, yeah,
a
one-
2-inch pin here, isn't
Just
there?
lay flat like.
Yeah.
But with it still being a lump, when I sat it on my trailer, my farm trailer, it was too high.
Yeah.
And when you start doing that with it, it was plenty wide enough as well. But
Well,
I
Clive,
just left it at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Clive will remember he's got 2 wagons, and there's a guy down here called Mike Spears, is he called? He's an oldish chap in his 80s. And he said he'll lend his wagons for free and
Oh,
forklifts.
bless you.
And
Nice.
Right? Yeah.
he says, as long as you don't ring us between 5:30 and 7, I'm in the pub.
Fair enough.
Good bless him if he can get out at that time of night.
Well, I think it's just these blokes will be out doing it. He'll be just pointing at stuff, I think.
Yeah. Oh well, if you've got a bit of help there, that'll.
Well, yeah. So what do you reckon it is from the end of this when that flaps off?
This,
to
it's
there.
not, I can't remember whether it was 19 foot exactly, but it's less than 20 foot.
Right.
And
You took the fillets off the back.
yeah. To clip these off. Yeah, they're just 2 and 3 of them. I think, yeah. And I think we took them off before we lifted the wing off.
Yeah.
I wouldn't swear to it. Now we maybe did
put
check
it on the
them off.
ground. Lots
Yeah.
of. What's it?
No, it was the outer wings because we hadn't taken them off when we'd loaded them onto the lorry.
Yeah.
It was the outers that we took off while they were on the lorry.
That was it. We've got that bit on the van. Martin didn't know where it was from, so it's.
All right, it'll be the other side unless it's a square.
It's for there, isn't it?
That must go up
Yeah.
as the wheels go. When it lifts off, that must tuck in then. This bit must come down then. Does it?
Just
I guess. That sits in there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
As it lifts off,
Yeah.
do the wheels...
Well, they don't
Detect-
retract. They don't retract. They stay where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is
That's not bit-
there a shocker in there?
Well, they will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as the wheels drop down,
As that drops,
sits into there.
that slots down and it goes in line with these rivets here.
Yeah, it's just a fair.
Yeah.
Give it another 1 mile an hour.
You need all the help you can get.
Yeah, take the shock out when it comes down, yeah.
Flying block of flats.
That's all she is.
It's a rare thing when it was coming across going slow.
Yeah. We used to get them into Carlisle. They used to shift nuclear stuff from Sellafield
All right, yeah,
before I was there.
yeah.
Father-in-law, he got taken over from wherever across to Egypt in one, and I was doing Suez Canal. for his national service. He got flown over in one.
Yeah, I think somebody told me they were across in Aden when were the
Yeah.
conflict in Aden.
Oh, they're all over. So there was,
70s,
what was it, 47 of them? Something like that, weren't they, all together?
Well,
They went all over, didn't they?
just before we decided we were going to have this here, well, a friend died. He was a paratrooper, and he used to jump out of these.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
His claim to fame was he brought an Argosy down. When they got out to Aden, there was no showers or anything here. So they built this big tower with a 45-gallon drum thing on it.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, we're on showers, great. So there's this Argosy took off, and it's loaded moving inside here, so it was like banking. But as it banked here, it caught this bloody tower, didn't it?
TL.
Killed everybody.
Woody hell.
Oh, bloody hell.
The thing is, it would have come down anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if it slid and it was all wrong, like if it's out of balance, you aren't going to last that long, are you? And winter was steady, like, you know, not enthusiastic to come, but not as many as we thought. And when we moved this year, we thought there'd be more people come to see this, like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least it's a good spot now, isn't it? So,
Well, hopefully.
Starting to get a bit worried when
As a local, it was,
Yeah.
we're going to lose her, you know, and it's, you know, like it's part of my childhood. I used to go look at it and come here to look at it and all, and, you know, it was, when we saw that you was getting it, it was like...
We've done well with money.
Yeah,
no,
you
you have.
smashed it.
Another 1,500 quid came in on Friday.
Nice.
Yeah, good.
Don't need it, but
Well, the help, if you've got a little bit of help with ollies and stuff like that.
That's it.
I don't think they will. Their
Yeah,
price
it's
is their
cheap,
price.
innit? Yeah.
Cranes are dear to run, he said.
Yeah.
Things we haven't got craneage at this end yet. We've got the hall here. And the cranes
Who we
are
got
out
this end? Who we got?
There's a company, Winnings or something? Winings?
Wins.
Is it?
Wins.
They're another family firm here, I was given the name of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said they might help us.
Crosslands what I know.
No.
Who are we thinking?
Trying to think, Cody.
But when we're here, I'll wander
There's one near York, just outside York, near Stamford Bridge, but I can't think what the...
There's a guy came to on the day of the move. The guy, I don't know whether he's just over the water. Can't think of the name. Blue Crane.
Spears Services, Mike Spears, he must be called. Yeah, that was the guy that said he would give us wagons for free.
Good.
Right.
Good.
Well, I don't know where's he from?
Where's he at? He's at, it just says, warehouse keepers, Little Fair Road, Hendon Road, Hull.
All right, okay.
Fair road opposite the docks.
Yeah.
Maybe I've seen him, but I can't think.
It says here, it's his first line of his letter. I couldn't really open it. Which I can't. There you go. We were very touched by the article in the Yorkshire Post on Saturday. So I must have wrote the right words, eh?
You must
Must have done. So there you go, bodgers. That was Big Bev. She's in a bit of a state, isn't she? You know, but she'll tidy up, and she's going to a very good home. Got to know Dougie a little bit and some of the people on his team, and going to do what we can for her. Going to be a bittersweet thing to see her leave Yorkshire. She was built here and built just down the road at Brough, and yeah, it's going to be a sad day to see her go, but knowing that she's going to Solway and she's going to be looked after, put back together and sorted out, and left for other people to enjoy for a long time. We will have a visit over there at some point and go see the folk there and go see Bev and all the other displays they've got there, other aircraft that they've got, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so stay tuned to the channel. There will be more on Big Bev as we go through and we get her sorted out and sent back to a home that's going to love her, and people that are going to love her just as much as the people of Yorkshire do, because she is a bit of a legend round here, and sadly she's been neglected and she's had a rough deal. All of it's on the internet, you'll be able to find out about Big Bev. And yeah, so there we go. So I'll see you later, bodgers, and don't know what I'll have for you next week. Might be the second half of this if it's a lot of footage, see how it works out. If not, we'll have something else, won't we? So yeah, anyhow, see you later, bodgers, and take care of yourselves.